Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Means Things YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, grim, and perilous master today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing... Oh, where is the book? Where is the book? Here we go. Cubicle 7's outstanding fantasy RPG, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 4th edition. And with me today are the stars of the Salt, Silver, and Sin campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing today. First up, we've got Sean.
Hello, I'm playing. First of all, that's a pretty cool special edition right there. I like the look of that. That's nice.
It's pretty awesome. You know, it was a neat thing that they I found after the fact, because I got this when it was things. You know how many copies they printed?
Oh, how many?
1986.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah. But my name is Sean. I'm playing Thognoth Barrickson. Sorry, not sorry for the Scottish accent that I will have going forward. And he is a dwarf tunnel fighting iron breaker.
Very nice. And next up is Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl, and I'm playing Katarina Kaufman. She is an acolyte of Shalia. She's a tall woman and a big woman from the far south of the Empire in Reichland, up here in the north.
Very nice. Next up is Colin, a.k.a. Spoit Pit.
Hello there. I will be playing Frederick Schuster of the Schuster clan. A very widespread family in the local area. He's a hunter by day, but he's got aspirations as a storyteller and entertainer of sorts. He's looking for a big break to drag his family out of poverty.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least is Darren.
Darren here. I'm playing Alwyn Carlson, who is a outlaw. A young outlaw. He travels the roads with his trusty family dog, Astrid.
Very nice. Guys, so last session was our first session. One of our players is currently on vacation as well, too. So, John, hope you're enjoying your last days of vacation. What happened last time, guys? Let me grab your tokens here, and then we'll take a quick scenic tour of... our hometown for this campaign, Salzenmund. So what happened in our first session?
Well, we all met up again. Thognoth came for breakfast at the Schuster's humble abode, as has become his daily ritual. He's been welcomed into the family, and he's been on his best behaviour, and being a well-brought-up dwarf, he knows how to behave when he's in polite company, and things have been going along nicely. However, there was a bit of a disturbance at breakfast, and one of my 8 siblings left in a cloud of with a grey cloud hanging over him, shall we say. Kind of stormed out. And cut a long story short, we got the information from him that he'd been caught in a bit of a scuffle down at the quayside or down at the docks. And him and his fellows had been, I don't know if he was actually sort of, there was a fracas or fracas, and well, basically, they ended up clumping this guy over the head or some such thing. He ended up in the drink, and they believe they killed him. And there's, I think there isn't a body. There's nothing, well, we believe there not to be a body. He's just concerned that the guy went down in the water and never reappeared, and I guess they scarpered, is my recollection.
He's not sure.
He was in a net, right? Guy was in a net.
That's it. He got caught up when he fell in the water, didn't he?
And he kind of surged at them. You know, he could have been startled. Who knows? We don't know at this point. But he was startled. Maybe they were startled by him kind of surging at them. And so one of them with a cudgel, as you said, gave him a rap. and he went under the water, still stuck in a net, and then couldn't. You know, they figured, right, as you said, Spike couldn't come back up.
And we were just about to investigate that
Mm-hmm.
when it all kicked off in the bar, as is the way of things in bars in fantasy adventures, and there's the inevitable trouble. However, on this occasion, these kind of well, there was a couple of locals that didn't seem all that impressed with the patrons that were coming into the bar. The Middenheimers, there's some animosity between the Middenheimers and is it the Salzmunders?
Yeah, Salzmunders.
Salzmunders. And well, I feel like this ties into something that was happening with Katerina and this red eye thing. What was it called? The Red Death?
The Red Rage?
Red Rage?
Let's see here.
Although that's unconfirmed, of course, that's speculation at this point.
Well, they were dreams, weren't they? Yeah,
Yeah, people have been having these Red Rage dreams, and then this guy, he turned to set upon us, and one of us noticed. I don't know if it was Frederick or not.
I think it was Frederick.
Yeah, noticed these inhuman kind of red eyes.
And he killed one of his own mates, which is kind of I mean, maybe they had a bad rift between them, but that's pretty serious. You know, killing the old guy you came in with, to drink with, which is a bit of a tip.
Oh yeah, it was a massively disproportionate response, wasn't it? There was
right. He grabbed this guy's ears and smashed him into the table to his death. So that's pretty, that's pretty serious, especially your own guy,
Oh, well, there was one retcon I was going to say is that I think I misspoke, because with the terrifically fun critical rules in this game, and with a goddess of mercy, there is a potential for saving this guy. It's just that his whole fucking face has been smashed in.
Crushed,
yeah. I'm just trying to find the reference. I think it's in a little call out.
Because he got him by the head, wasn't he? And he was just bashing and mashing his head up in the thing. At which point we all jumped up and in various capacities became involved.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and then Katerina had met some, or at least, she knew, the character knew them, but the players met some other folks as well.
And Fognoff, you're engaged with him, aren't you? You're like...
Yeah, I charged him.
Yeah, you're in combat with the guy.
Yeah. It's a good thing. It's good.
Okay.
It's proper.
Well, that's why I didn't really want to interrupt, because you've been dying to have a go. And
I like the interrupt. I'm sorry, Thognoth. I don't want you to interrupt, as we're like, bap bap.
Anyone have anything to add?
There was one other thing that John's character, was it Taufer, is it? He heard of some rumours of a priest putting some sort of curse on a dwarven mine locally.
Yes.
So they've been overrun by rats. Oh. So that was sort of something that was just on the radar as, potential lead to something if we were interested in investigating.
Oh, yeah. So Katerina met Dr. Tanvaben. And
there was some with his assistant. Yeah,
she was the
Lotta Rigtak. He's actually taller than Katerina even. So I think that nicely sums up where we were. So let's head on over to the I think we're just using the map for now. There we go. And
we met this woman, the orderly, Loda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think...
And the doctor.
Did we leave... Frederick, did you just take a turn, or was it your turn next?
I was just testing. I was testing my character sheet.
Oh, did you roll initiative?
That was
Oh no! So we've got in the initiative order. I've got you as the next person up here. That sound right to you guys?
I think he took his action.
Took his action. Okay.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, right. Because Alvin, you hadn't had your. Darren got to do basically fuck all except for like, hey, I have a dog last session. So let's start off with you, Darren. So start of the we'll return back in here. That furious Norscan will go next. Alan, what are you doing?
I think my understanding that Fognorth is like grappling with the guy. Is that right?
Yes, that's
sort
correct.
Of wrestling.
Yeah.
So he's sort of rolling about on him. So can I?
He hasn't pinned him, I think, because he needs 2. It's like a lot of games where I think you need 2 conditions in order to pin the guy, right?
Basically, try and assist him by like sort of sitting on his legs or holding down his legs or something, and sort of giving him an advantage or an assist of some sort.
So to get in, it's an opposed, unarmed, what is it, melee, unarmed test?
Brawling.
Basic melee, is it?
Brawling?
Brawling if you have it.
Yeah.
I haven't got brawling, so I'll have to be
basic.
basic, I guess, yeah. Okay.
And Rum, again, if you don't have a skill, it's no modifier. You remember?
I don't think it matters. It's whether you could. It's like you can use advanced skills or basic skills. So you can't do anything. You can't do anything if you don't have like the martial skill. Like you can't do anything cool. Like if you don't have fencing, you can't do the riposte and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right.
Okay.
So he can only use his like weapon skill actually.
Got it.
Not basic melee.
Okay.
Oh, is it weapon skill, not basic?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's
basic
based on. If you don't have the skill, it's based on you just have the starting point, which is your weapon skill. All right. I got 2 degrees of success on mine.
Yeah. So the only thing is with basic, I've got like a +10. So.
But that would have been if there's
like
+10 on that.
And things, isn't it?
That would factor into every skill would still be based on that. If you raise your weapon skill, all your skills based on.
I've got 36 weapon skill, but I've got 10 in basic.
Right,
weapons.
no, but basic is a type of weapon in Warhammer Fantasy. Yeah, so you're not using that.
Yeah, this is unarmed, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Correct.
It's always challenging, isn't it, in combat?
Yes, it's challenging.
Yeah. Okay.
But you get your doubled up. You're doubling up with Thognoth.
Do I get
that's true.
+1 success because I'm
That's true.
assisting each other? Because I know if it's 2 against 1, you
Well, he's not assisting because to help, you need to take an action doing that. Yeah, what it would be an outnumbered bonus.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Sorry, 2 to 1 as
Yeah,
in
let me just take a look here.
2 of us.
I know there's at the end of the round, you get advantage for being outnumbered, or for outnumbering. There's that. There might be something additional to that.
Yeah, here we go. Combat difficulties, page 161. Attacking the opponent you outnumber 2 to 1 is +20.
Nice.
So that's actually 3 degrees of success, which means you succeed. Then,
well done.
You and your opponent are grappling. Your target gains the entangled condition. So you also run in, and Astrid is barking like crazy at the lot of you. Alwyn, so the Norskin's turn. Would Alwyn and Thognoth, would you give us a challenging perception check, please?
Let's see. Oh, perception. Got it. Yeah.
We should have something a little less placid music-wise, too. So let's just put a pause on this right now. We'll quickly add in one of Dave's favorite tracks here.
It's not tremendously perceptive, so I'm going to count that as a success, personally. That marginal failure.
Got those shiny new fortune points.
True.
Neither of us are very good at it, though.
Here we go. All right, guys. Let me just make sure this is not going to be overpoweringly loud here. There we go. All right.
Nice.
Okay, so, critical failure. Alwyn, you are boxed in the ears and can no longer hear. No, I'm kidding. Do you want to spend a fortune point to re-roll that?
No, I think he's completely obsessed with like his job in hand, and he's just focusing on this guy. He's trying not to get touched by him because I'm a bit worried that he might have some sort of red dream weirdness going on. So that's why I'm at the feet end. Okay. And he's just like,
you got it.
Let Bognoff be at the business end.
All right. If you begin your turn, and you get one advantage because you succeeded on the opposed check. If you begin your turn grappling. You may break the grapple if you have a higher advantage and do not count. Otherwise, you must make an opposed strength check. All right, so why don't you each give us a strength check, please? Thognoth and Alwyn. You will get plus 20 on this because of you outnumbered. But I failed. Well, I got -1, right? It's contested, so if you fail worse like that, then I can succeed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening is this guy is he's muttering something, but both of you, like, the blood is pounding in your ears. You're not able to make out what he's saying. It's coming seemingly like animalistic speech, but he's actually strong enough to throw Thognoth off of him. Alwyn, you're still managing to keep hold of this guy, but he is... do you lose advantage as soon as you lose a contested roll?
Yeah, you lose it all, don't you? I think
you do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so the Norscan gains 1, throws you back. You stumble back, Thognoth, and like, what? Especially with how how strong you are, it is obviously something unnatural with this guy. Alwyn, Lord knows, maybe it's wrestling with your brothers that you just managed to hold on, well enough to this guy. So I'm actually not going to give him advantage because he both failed and succeeded. So he's kind of the Schrodinger's advantage cat. You already got advantage from last time. Does he get another point of advantage?
Yeah, I think it's every success, isn't it?
No.
Unopposed.
Contested, yeah.
I think so.
Charging, assess, victory.
It's on 164, isn't it?
If you win an opposed test during combat. Yep. You gain +1. Okay.
And I will say, I don't think advantage is automatically added in.
No, it's not.
Mine was not just now.
I think on the character sheet, it's just there to remind you how many you've got. Yeah. It doesn't actually factor it in.
So you still would have lost Thognoth, just not by as much.
Yep.
But Alwyn, you did succeed.
I don't know if I did it the right way. I put the bonus 20 and +1 for the advantage, 1 success level advantage, or you better to do +30, or I don't know.
I mean, if it all comes out in the wash,
I think it
55,
sort of
you rolled 35. That would have given you. What'd you roll? It's 21 success level. So the 1 success level doesn't add in, I don't think, when you add it on the character sheet. Because what you rolled 58.
Well, no, I would have had -1, wouldn't I guess, because I failed. So it's made it.
Oh yeah, so it did work out. Never mind.
I don't know if that's quite the right way to do it.
Okay, so then that is what do you call it? That is his turn. Now hold on. You said. So that might be an optional rule you're thinking of, Sean. I don't see anything about you getting advantage just because you outnumber.
At the end of a round, I think. Check the end of a round.
I'm on page 164. I don't see that. You get it when you surprise someone, when you charge, when you use one of your skills to assess, when you defeat someone important, when you wound an opponent, or when you're winning.
I will.
There are. I know in Up in Arms, there's a bunch of optional rules for adding that stuff in, but that's not what we're using. So,
I'll look for it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Press on.
all right,
Yep.
then it is top of the round, Thognoth. You have no time to look for it because you have been cast off by this furious Norscan who's still muttering something. What are you doing?
Let's see. I am. I'm reattacking, of course. I am.
You ain't going to take that, are you, Fognoth? Go on,
No.
get in there.
Come on.
Okay. So opposed, unarmed, or melee brawling. So go ahead and give us, or not melee, what is it? Weapon skill brawling? What is it called? Melee?
Brawling, probably, right?
There is a brawling skill
It is
if you've
brawling.
got it.
Yep.
But
So
if
go
you
right
haven't
ahead.
got it, it's weapon skill, yeah.
Sadly, I do not have brawling.
So
it'll
just
have
your
to be.
raw weapon skill.
Yes.
Out of interest, how do you? I've just been looking. How do you just roll on your weapon skill? Where's the little?
Just click on WS
Yeah.
Oh
under
dear.
the characteristics. Yeah, it should highlight when you.
All right.
Okay, I got, once again, 2 degrees success.
Okay. And no modifiers, right?
Challenge, plus 20, because of
Because
Alwyn's
your
already engaged
Alwyn
as well.
didn't get tossed off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Tie. Okay.
And then it goes down to the skill level, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. So
I think.
I got a 45. What's your weapon skill?
50.
50. Nice. So you succeed. All right. So you gain 1 advantage as you slam back into this guy. Would you give us another perception check, please, Thognoth?
Okay. Let's see here.
Challenging.
Perception. Challenging. All
Yeah.
right.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not. He's
Not really his
focused.
stick.
He's focused.
All right, Katarina, what are you doing?
Katarina, well, she's gonna try to see if she can, stabilize this guy. And she
Sure.
wants to jump into the fray, but her first duty is to Shalia. And if this guy can be healed or stabilized,
Yeah.
and then leave him to the priest who's not here. The other
Okay.
priest who's not here.
So
He might be able to do some actual magic. Oh, no, but too bad he's not here. Okay. All right.
yeah, he
so
is-
she's gonna try to stabilize him.
Okay, so he is bleeding quite badly right now. He's bleeding 2.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, she's gonna try to stop the bleeding.
Here we go.
That's the main.
Yeah.
That's what her training tells her. Stop the bleeding first.
Okay.
We'll see. So I'll roll my heal.
Yeah, I'm
which
just
I
trying to
did
double check
take
and
a
see what
point
the
in.
difficulty is here. So.
Yeah, might be.
All right. It says in the. No. It says healing wounds. Other damage. I don't see where bleeding is. Let's see. Here we go. Broken bones, torn muscles, amputated body parts. Man, this is a great game.
There's plenty of stuff.
Okay. Bleeding, here we go. Okay, so I got the bleeding condition here. Maybe it's under the skill. Apologies for
Put it
those.
on one
I believe I
6,
probably
8.
need 2 successes at least. But
Is
I
it?
don't have to-
Is there each
If
skill?
it's bleeding 2,
Yeah, 168 says lose 1 wound at the end of every round.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it's. Oh, here we go.
and then you have to roll 20. You have to roll percentile dice,
staunch-
and
yeah.
this guy dies.
Page 123. Staunch a bleeding condition with each success level removing 1 extra bleeding condition.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Yeah, so we don't look this up very often, but I guess it's somewhere in my memory.
no,
My
nice.
memory.
So go ahead and give us a healing check, please.
So challenging.
Challenging healing check. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, there's multiple prompts. That's why. Oh no. Impressive failure. I'm gonna use a fate point to try.
Okay, so it's not that you gain a point; it's that you lose a point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
point.
Okay. You want? Sorry.
So I use the fortune to
yeah,
reroll.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Come
Can't
on.
do it. We can't do it. Nope. Oh, my gosh, it's even worse.
No. All
Even
right.
worse. Well,
See,
yeah.
he is in a bad way.
So he's
Then
bleeding even more.
yeah, well, we need to open it before we make it better.
Yeah.
All right, then. I'll take Tolther out of there. He is
It's like
not here.
it's like McCoy's attempt in the undiscovered country. I don't know Norskin physiology.
All right, Frederick, what are you doing?
Right, I feel this is the part of the show where somebody has to pick up a chair and hit the assailant across the back with the chair.
Yep.
Oh man, he's gonna.
Okay.
So I don't know how you do that. I guess I just roll weapon skill, do I?
It will be. Let's see here.
Unless you have improvised weapons.
Yeah, I believe there
requires
are.
skill for
No.
that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I thought about it. I did actually think about that because it's my shtick.
Well,
Yeah, we did learn after long years of playing Warhammer Fantasy that the only profession that you can get trained in throwing weapons and like throwing daggers, throwing grenades is entertainer.
Oh, jeez.
Like if you're like a juggler, you know, you learn to throw.
So that's a
Yeah.
basic, a melee basic.
Ah, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hold on then.
Grab a chair, Alwyn.
So is that in combat? In the combat section?
Under melee in the combat in the first column.
Yeah, basic skills under melee should be basic.
Yeah. And then.
all right, hold on.
Oh, I flipped away. Here we go.
Skills under M.
And you have plus 20 to hit the this guy.
Down there.
Incidentally, plus 40 in total
Plus
because
40,
of
yeah.
The outnumbered
So
plus he's
basic.
grappled. So you just click on your weapon skill with a plus 40. 40.
Oh, hold on. I'm just clicking. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
It's back. Difficulty challenging.
40. No, 40.
Okay.
I can't remember what the word is. Their descriptor. Oh, I technically it's opposed, so he does. Oh no! All right. I rolled a nat 1 on that on my opposed. So, would you like to spend a fortune point re-roll that?
Yeah. Definitely.
She might cause a crit on you. Colin, that'll be twice since we started playing Warhammer Fantasy 4th where you attacked and then walking away with a crit from somebody.
yeah, because that happened up the chimney, didn't it?
Yeah. When your halfling got cut.
God damn it.
Come on,
Right,
here we
let's
go.
do that again then.
Yeah.
Right. Change it up. Douche, douche, douche.
So it's, I guess an 01
Critical
is on-
success! There you
Oh,
go.
nice.
All right.
Yeah,
and what is your base weapon skill?
29.
Shit. He does have higher, so he does win the tie. But because you both crit, I'm not going to do a crit damage on you. So I think what you do, as you say, you grab a chair, you bring it up, and like this would have been a solid braining on this guy. And he sees it coming, turns his head into it, and he fucking headbutts the chair, which is like shattered into splinters. You can give us a perception check as well.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
No. Great trade-off of crit
God
successes,
damn.
though. Wow.
Go on then, where's perception? Is that down basic skills, isn't it?
In the
yes,
same
it is.
bit, it's under melee still.
Oh, there it is, got it, yeah. Average, did you say, Kev?
Challenging.
Oh, challenging.
Yeah, it's in the middle of combat. Everyone's shouting. You don't want to hear what the dwarf is saying. Nice.
Hey.
He is. While there's a lot of grunting and whatnot that's going on and cursing, what you can hear him saying quite clearly through gritted teeth and a blood-filled mouth: blood, 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 blood. Then
Yes, he's
it
lost
is
it.
Alwyn's turn. What are you doing, Alwyn?
So I've already got him grappled.
Yep.
I'm going to try and sort of apply some damage. Try and
You kind of like rabbit punch him.
Yeah, it's under grappling. You can, if
Yeah,
you
and
succeed.
you have the higher advantage.
Yeah. So I've got plus 20 and plus
See if
20.
we
So I've
can-
got plus 40, I think.
Plus 40.
Yeah. So opposed again.
Wait, hold on. Why plus 40?
Is it 20 for being outnumbered and I've got 2 advantages?
Oh, yes, and then yes, absolutely, yeah. So go ahead. Oh, yeah, I'm going to roll for him. I got, no, I crit fail.
So it's a weapon skill, isn't it? I'll just put it all there.
Oh, sorry, no, this is strength, actually, because you're grappled.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought he
Oh,
was
it's,
trying to punch
it's
him.
actually the same success.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, if you have
Roll
higher
it
advantage,
then.
what you can choose to do is just get out of the grapple, or what you can do is make a
Oh, it is
contested strength
strength,
check, and then you pick one of the options that's in there.
All right, let me roll again. Hang on a minute.
So is it the same?
Well, it's literally one difference.
That's fine. Then the
characteristics.
success level, it will be the same. So that is SB plus success level. So that's what's your strength bonus?
Strength 3.
So that's 6
Yeah,
points of
strength
damage.
And if he had
And you
armor, it would
ignore-
ignore armor.
Yeah. As you're trying to get him in a hold. Okay, so let me see here. Man, I should have, I've got a second copy. I got the regular copy of this too. I should have grabbed that because I'm flipping back and forth in this book like crazy.
Yeah.
All right, his toughness. You're wrenching at this guy, and this guy is stronger than. Either he is stronger than almost anyone you've met, or there's something else going on because, like, you're trying to wrench his arm back, and it's barely giving. You can see it's injuring him a bit, or you think it is, because an arm shouldn't bend in the way you're moving it. But yeah, then it is the Norskin's turn again. So, Thognoth and Alwyn, would you give us strength checks? Make sure to add in your advantage and plus 20 for outnumber.
Kev, is there any law enforcement in this town?
Oh, yeah. Just at this place, at the Shipwright Arms? No.
Okay.
We'll get there eventually, but not within, it's only been like 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we likely to get... where do we stand in terms of, cutting this guy or stabbing him up a bit? Are we going to get in trouble?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on...
He's killed a man already,
yeah.
more or less.
I'm gonna.
Look at the way he
Somebody
stretched
does
his wounds open. Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez. I
That
tried
would
a
be
14 point.
justifiable as reasonable
Okay.
force, would it?
So here's the thing. Definitely. Yeah. And honestly, like, where the money is and their status level, that's what's going to really determine whether people give a shit.
Yeah.
Did he have friends? Is there a mad, like, yeah. If this was a noble member, member of a noble family, that's where shit might come down. But some, Norskin dude, another guy found dead in an alley, who cares? So here's the thing. That does sound bad for you there, Alwyn, but I rolled a crit fail on mine. So that is a success for both of you guys. Then, and we're going to cap the, whatever your initiative bonus is, we're going to cap advantage at that.
Okay.
Bonus.
Initiative bonus.
Yeah, so whatever your initiative score is, the 10th digit of that'll be the cap for the thing.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
okay.
only got 2.
Okay.
Right on.
All right. Then it is Thognoth's turn. What are you doing, Thognoth?
I am. Let's see. Do I have him grappled? I have him.
You are, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I do. Let's see. I'm going to try to.
Alwyn, you can give us a. Sorry, Sean. Give us a perception check again, too. Okay. Sorry, Thognoth, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to give him an entangled condition.
Okay. So it'll be a contested strength. Once again, you're going to get plus 20 from outnumbered and
Advantage.
and your advantage. Yes, so plus 40 in total. and it's just strength
All
check. I failed, but by 2. Nice, impressive success. Okay, so you let's see here. What is his entangled condition? Okay, so going to my awesome Game Master screen. Which does not have entangled on it. Still pretty awesome. You know what is on here, guys? Full list of skills.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Here we go. Entangled. On your turn, you may not move, and all your actions involving movement of any kind suffer a penalty of -10, including grappling. She's got now -10 to his grappling. Okay.
Nice.
Then
Nice.
it is, and as long as your initiative bonus is a 3, you get another point. What's your initiative bonus?
3.
All right, perfect. Katarina.
Well, this guy's bleeding out, so
You gonna try
seeing
again?
that these guys are having trouble. Huh?
Oh, you're gonna the bleeding out guy. You're gonna try and help him again?
No, I'm gonna. He didn't die.
Let's see
You
here.
have to roll percentile dice
Wound
at the end of his turn. And
Oh yeah, she has 3 percentile. Let's see, Carl, give us a D100 roll.
okay.
Let's see if your patient has shuffled
No,
off
he's
his
still
mortal coil.
alive.
Still alive.
Dang.
Bedside manner needs work.
Yeah, really. Now, did you check for an insurance
hurry up
card?
and
You may
die
not need
already.
to do any further work on this guy.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my willpower to see if I jump into the fray or stick with the patient.
Yeah, you got
Nice.
So I mean, all right, she's jumping in the fray.
it. Okay. Fuck this guy.
Shalia will judge her later. So she's gonna, seeing that this guy's lost cause, she's gonna try to jump into the fray and try to grab around this guy's neck to sleeper him.
Okay, nice.
So it's a
now-
-20. I looked that up already.
Yeah. Well, you guys are now outnumbering 3 to 1, so it's plus 40.
So it's a +20 net then.
Okay. Oh, because you're call shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Oh, come on. All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, I gotta do contested though. It's contested. So that,
Oh, right. Yeah,
right. It doesn't necessarily
he's
mean
got a
you're
he's got a -10 at least.
yeah,
He's entangled.
yeah. So let's see here. I failed by 2. What is your my weapon skills are 45.
Oh, I lose then.
Okay, so
so I'd like to use a fortune to reroll
yeah,
that.
reroll. Go ahead. You got it.
There you go.
Nice. Okay, so you got.
So she kind of like he's like twisting around and she's covered in blood. He's covered in blood. So she has to kind of readjust. Tighten up her shirt so it's find a non-bloody spot and then get a better hold on him.
Okay, so there are now 3 of you guys grappling this guy.
Can I do damage now, or do I have to?
No, you got it because grappling is first grade, getting a hold of him. Next one will be a strength, contested strength.
Next one's a strength. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
She got him around. She's got him around the neck at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good job.
Frederick, you have a busted chair in your hand and a pissed off Norskin on the ground. Oh, and Katarina, you can give us a perception check as well. Okay. And Thognoth, you can as well. I forgot to do that in your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, with the busted chair, I'm just gonna like lump him with the leg. Now it's broken. I'm just gonna be wailing on him.
Go right ahead.
Is it just challenging perception?
Just challenging, yeah.
We still got a bonus holding up. Yeah.
Sorry? Yeah, so your bonus now will be plus 40.
Still,
plus 60, actually. Because he's...
Oh, it keeps going up?
Yeah. Well, no, because of the outnumbered. He's more outnumbered, plus attacking from outside of the grapple is plus 20, so plus 60 in total.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay, so Thognoth, yeah, you're just, once again, just...
I'm focused.
Okay. So, I got a 0 degrees of success. And then your... was that you there, Frederick?
No, that was Thognoth.
Oh, it's Katarina. Okay. So then, yeah, you make your attack there,
Later.
Frederick, at plus 60.
Right.
60.
Oh my
7
gosh.
degrees of
Oh,
success. Hell yeah. Okay, so
To the leg.
yeah, so that is the
No, to the 31. That's the body, right? 31.
it's the body and
No, it's 31 body or arm.
31 is right arm.
Yeah. Crunch.
And let me see here. Here we go. Improvised.
It's on the character sheet as well.
Success
Actually, I
bonus
just noticed.
plus strength bonus plus 1. So that's 8. What's your strength bonus?
I'm quite strong actually. Strength bonus +3.
3. Okay, that's 11 points of damage then.
Crunch.
And let's see
I
here.
hope.
So look at this. You hammer him. Ugh. Now that is a really solid hit. The trouble is, this guy, something seems to be driving him beyond what normal human, capabilities are. And Katarina, you may see what you can hear from his thing, coming from his voice, and as he's sputtering out, little pellets of blood, is once again blood, and his arm kind of wrenches up, and he's trying to pull Thognoth's arm off of him, and what you can see is that his fingers. It's as if something within was pushing a talon through the end of it, splitting the end of his fingers, blood pouring down them, but these blackened talons, almost as if they were like fire-forged iron, trying to pull himself free. A mutant!
Or a, demon.
Oh, then it is. So, Frederick, that was a solid hit. Had you hit any of your allies, take a look at what this wound levels on anyone. That's 7 points after armor that any one of them would have taken. That would have been a near crippling blow. But this thing persists. Alwyn, what are you doing?
I'm continuing to use his strength to try and weaken this thing, but
Yep.
it's hard work.
Okay, so this has got minus 10 on this as well. So I failed by 4.
Oh, good.
Plus 60 in total. So 4 difference, was it? Even though
Yeah.
Yeah, you succeeded though, so that's good. So you can do, what is it, 1 point of damage? Well, your strength is a 3.
yeah.
So
How much I've beaten by?
So you hit this guy, but you hit him, or you're trying to pull back, but again, that arm is so fucking strong. You can give us a perception check as well, challenging, and then it is this Norskin's turn. All right. So he is still crying out. Yeah, he still can't hear anything. the little known case of tinnitus that Alwyn had.
That barking, shut up!
Exactly.
Right.
Astrid,
I can't hear what he's saying.
the one time where we could actually have Anna barking in the background, she is fucking dead asleep this morning.
Right, so we roll contested strength, right?
Yes, everyone give us a contested strength, please. Thank
and
you.
do we get a bonus on this? Or?
You will get plus 40 for the outnumbered, plus whatever your advantage is.
Right, okay.
I'm rolling this too.
Oh, Carrie,
right?
you succeeded. You should have one advantage right now.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, your green bar. Your green bar, if you add to that.
Yeah. I will.
Okay.
I'm
Nice.
rolling a strength too, right?
Yes,
Is that
please.
right?
Yep. Thognoth,
Okay.
Alwyn, and all of you guys get plus 40, 40. That's critical success. Oh, not you, Frederick, unfortunately. You're not grappling. You were hitting this guy with
That's
the...
what I thought. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
when you said everyone. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's my fault. All right. Why is yours, Thognoth, displaying differently?
That is, I don't know. That's first time today.
Try and click on that again. Did you
Is it because you got over 100?
Did you just adjust
100
anything?
target number? No.
Because it didn't actually roll. It just...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Didn't actually roll.
Oh, for me? Or
No, for Thognoth. What'd you do there,
That's weird.
Sean?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
There we go.
There we
Back
go.
to normal. I don't know what I did.
Did you add a plus sign in at some point?
No, I never
did.
do that.
That's what happened to me.
Okay.
Well, 'cause I don't know why. Because it says I rolled a 34, but there's no way that's a failure. I don't know what
34. Yeah, with plus 30 in there.
Yeah, I have 41.
That's weird.
41 strength.
Yeah, so go ahead and re-roll yours, Katarina. That's a success for Thognoth. Yeah, I rolled 2 degrees of failure on mine, so.
Okay. Oh, okay. So if the target bonus, I just put a 10, not a plus 10.
Yeah, and if you put a plus sign in any roll 20 sheet, it always fucks up.
Squeeze it up. There you go. Success
Excellent.
by 2.
Yeah, so all of you guys are holding on, but he's just bucking and kicking. Thognoth, what are you doing?
I am going to try to put another instance of entangle on him.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see if that is it a numbered condition?
I think so. I think you can put in, multiple instances, like a blaze. No, am I wrong?
No.
I made that up.
Yeah, it says.
Oh yeah, no, you can stack it because each success level removes an additional level of entangle. So it is. Let's see, you're going to have plus 40 on top of your what do you call it? Your advantage.
Right. Yeah.
I rolled an 8 though, so I got 3 degrees of success.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So that is, once again, a second entangled condition on him. He's still howling in fury. Katarina.
She's going to squeeze.
Yep.
Calm down, your nurskin.
Okay. I think Thognoth, we don't need to keep rolling for this now. What you can see is as you're pulling to the ground, his one hand sprawls out, and you see exactly as I described, like these claws. He hits the ground, trying to pull himself up, and there's leaving furrows in the ground as those iron claws are dragged across it. Katarina, that's amazing. Let's see, I don't think, unless I'm rolling a crit success. Nope. All right. So, Katarina, that is what's your strength bonus?
4.
Whoa.
11.
So I think that's
11
damage.
Plus the difference. Yeah, plus the difference that you do. I mean, you can reduce it, I guess.
I don't think it's net. I think it's success. This game, it doesn't do the net. Like, you don't have to do that bit of math. It's just your success point. If you succeed, you succeed, right?
Yeah, but it's contested still, right?
Take the success level. It's contested, but like that just is to determine success, not to determine the.
Okay.
Well, let me double check here. Like I could have that wrong. Highest SL wins. Take the SL of your opposed test and add it to the weapon thing. So let's just double check, because this is going to come up quite a bit. We go opposed tests. Yeah, it's whoever rolls highest. So you don't subtract from it to apply. So you get this 11 points from that.
Okay.
So then, 11 points, and then minus his toughness. Look at this. Blood. Then it is, and you get another advantage if you can.
So
and then
Katarina says, keep at it.
Okay, Frederick, what are you doing?
Frederick's alarmed now. He sees his claws come out, and he's right. I can't mess about anymore. He has a little look around to see who's watching, and he gets his dagger out, and he's going to jump in there and start.
Oh, no.
So I think
shanking the guy.
Can't remember. Drawing a weapon is a free action in this game.
I mean, he doesn't have to move anywhere, right? So
yeah,
even if it's a move.
That's a worthy question.
Free action. Yeah, drawing a weapon is free in this game.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Shouting a warning, drawing your weapon, or drinking a potion.
All right.
All right. So your dagger comes out. He's going to try and parry with a dwarf. Minus.
Dwarf.
Okay. So you have plus 40 from the outnumbered. But I did roll 1 degree success. So I think you can go to your combat tab and use your actual weapon this time.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, let's have a go at that then.
Yeah.
Let's have a go at that.
Oh, yeah.
Combat. There you go.
Come on.
Plus 40, you say?
Plus 40, yeah. Remember, don't put the plus sign in. All right, so that is to the right arm.
Pretty good.
Awesome. That is 9 points of damage. So you stab this guy, but you're having to kind of get in and get out before, as your allies are kind of, struggling around down here. Then, let's see here. Minus, okay.
Definitely. Yeah, it gives like an extra damage, right, Sean?
Yeah.
That's probably something that Katarina might want to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at you guys optimistically thinking you're going to go shopping and
Hey.
flush
let
heroes
Thognoth-
that you are.
Let Thognoth have his thoughts.
Do I get a knuckle
He's just
dusher
gonna
or
get-
do I get the mite-filled dry biscuit
I
that's
mean-
going to be my only food today?
We're in a sailing town with lots of rope. We'll just get the Mutai.
Oh yeah.
The Mutai bands.
There you go.
All right, so you're able to get a little bit of a cut on this guy, and man, your eyes
Katarina's
might
going,
be.
what are you doing?
Your eyes might be playing tricks on you,
Subdue.
Frederick, but like when you hit it, it's almost like there is steam coming out, as if it's like superheated.
Yeah.
Alwyn, you're up next. What are you doing?
Continue my
aberration.
strength to try and wrestle this guy.
Okay. Oh,
We
you know
need
what?
we need an artist to draw a picture of this. It's pretty cool. You got like 4 people like piling on this guy, and
Okay, I failed, but not a crit fail, so that is a success. You're just
Nice.
applying damage again?
Yeah, I'm just trying to
8.
weaken him down. So, yeah, I think
And I'm going to look. Something came up in our Rogue Trader game. Yeah, so in this game, when you lose all your wounds, you gain the prone condition. Until you heal at least 1 wound, you cannot lose prone. If you're not healed within a number of rounds equal to your toughness bonus, you pass into unconsciousness. So, because in Rogue Trader, you just keep fighting, but you take critical hits every time you're hit.
oh man,
All right, then it is the Norskin's turn. Here's where the crit comes in, guys. This is where it all turns around for Joe Norskin here. Everyone who is grappling him, go ahead and give us a strength check. You've got plus 40, plus whatever your advantage is.
okay.
I did not get a crit, but I did get a success at 0. So as long as you beat my 0, yep.
Oof.
Alwyn, whoa, Thognoth, now it's coming in.
Oh man, yeah.
Thognoth
Katarina.
is stretching out and warming up. He's just getting.
Can you
he's getting-
deliver up of it? Yeah. Dwarven calisthenics.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, here you go.
Yeah.
All right. So he is trying to throw you guys off and just cannot. But, like, you can picture there's 3 of you guys who are piled on top of this guy. Frederick's taking, like, opportunistic stabs, but the whole thing is kind of with every effort with this, and his claws are digging deeper furrows into the wood as he does. Thognoth, your turn. What are you doing?
Another instance of entanglement for me.
Okay. Go right ahead. Let's see here. Again, plus 40. Same conditions from last time. I failed by 2. No, I failed by 3. That is that your strength roll there, Thognoth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so 3. Excellent. He's got yet another entangle to deal with now. You probably pull another of those arms back, so he's only got 1 arm free right now. Katarina,
You know.
you gonna keep choking him out?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that'll be a net plus 60 for you between your advantage and the outnumbered. I failed by 3.
Oh,
Whoa!
yeah.
Holy smokes. All right, so that is
That's 7.
11. That's a great roll. So that's 11 plus your strength bonus.
It's 4, so it's 11. Oh, 11 plus, and then
Yeah, so
11 success, so 15 damage. I
15
guess.
damage. Holy smokes.
wow.
All right, so then would you give us, let's see here.
And then he explodes.
Oh, this is there was a
critical.
trait. Yeah, there's a trait with unarmed too. I just want to remember
Oh,
what
right.
it is. Unarmed is undamaging, which does... Where is it here? Common conditions, character traits, psychology. Not on the screen. Okay. Right to the back here, though. Okay, here we go. Undamaging. All APs are doubled against undamaging weapons. Okay, so that's it. So otherwise, it's normal damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we know you've targeted the neck, so that's where the damage is going to come.
So do I have to do a critical, I guess, on him? He's up,
Yes.
reduced below 0.
Let's see here. Give us a D100 roll, please.
Okay. Oh, these are 57.
Major eye wound. So
His eye pops.
yeah, and that's enough to. Let's see here. Yeah, his eye pops. He gains the bleeding condition and the blinded condition that cannot be removed. So I think as you're struggling with him, he sort of falls down. His head smashes up against the side. And yeah, he is out of wounds now. So every hit will be a critical hit for him. He's also prone, which is at the end here. Oh, prone is on Game Master screen. Hold on. -20 to tests. Your move can only be used to stand up or crawl. Opponents striking you in melee get +20. So after all this stuff, he still was standing. He finally collapses down. So you're going to have another +20 on top of that. And then... Yeah, he has a couple rounds before he passes out. But he is in a bad way. Frederick, what are you doing?
I'll just jump in there and stab him some more. Get down, stay down.
Go right ahead. Oof, I got 2 degrees of success.
All right.
No, I got 1 degree of success.
Are we on a... So what's the bonus now? Is it 80 now?
Yeah, 80.
Jeez.
Bear this in mind when you fight goblins or snotlings or things like that come in numbers.
Yeah.
Or Skaven, for that matter.
Probably wouldn't outnumber goblins, though.
Skaven are a rumor, aren't they?
Well, that's something,
Skaven.
this is what can be used on you, so a thing to bear in mind of, like... So... Skaven are a rumor, yeah. All right, so that, yeah, that's a
I've something wrong there.
huge degree of success. Then, that is to the left leg, so go ahead and give us a 1d100 roll, please.
Okay.
And I think he's going to be unconscious now. Ooh,
66.
that's probably not good.
Oh,
Those
he's a leg.
that may
It's
be
not
the
good if you're a
Rollmaster
Jedi.
player in me thing. A 66 on a Rollmaster crit is always fucking terrible. Torn thigh gains 3 bleeding condition as the weapon opens up the upper thigh. Until you receive surgery to stitch up the wound. Each time you receive damage, you gain another bleeding 1. So he's got bleeding 5. This guy's going to die. So you hack along the side. Alwyn, he has, with that strike, he has stopped struggling. Alwyn, what are you doing?
Has he actually passed out? Can I tell? Or?
Yeah, there's no resistance anymore. The arm comes back. It's heavy because he's a big dude, but there's no other...
Yeah, I think at that point, I'll stand up and just sort of take a breath. Like, it's like, woof, that guy didn't want to go down. And I'll be looking around to just see what the rest of the bar's doing. You know,
They've all
what's
sort of-
everyone else doing.
Yeah, pulled back. Astrid is still barking at the unconscious man.
Yeah, and I'll be trying to calm Astrid down.
Why don't you give us, what is it, animal handling?
Animal care? No. Charm animal.
Charm animal,
Is
yeah.
that the one? Yeah.
And it'll be an easy task because you know Astrid.
There you go.
You know we're playing a fantasy game because if it's a rescue dog that you're trying to command to calm down, remind me to tell you the first thing Anna needs to do when we go on a walk when we're finished up. So then, with kind of a quick command, Astrid quiets up, but she still is staring at this fallen Norscan, and there's a low growl at the base of her throat. Yeah. And you can kind of see why, because like that, again, like that is just that hideously unnatural for that mutation to appear on his hand. He is dying. Actually, he's probably dead at this point with...
Well, we got to roll the...
50% chance of him dying.
Yeah. Did the other guy? We forgot about the other guy. He's probably dead.
Let me just roll. He only had 30. I rolled a 6, so he is dead.
He's dead. Okay.
But this guy, let's see if the mercy if Shalia is on him. Carl, would you give us a D100? 50% chance of this guy bleeding out.
Okay. Oh, there's still a chance.
Isn't it 50% chance of him bleeding out?
So he's dead.
Yeah, there's a spreading pool of blood. But the curious thing, and like, Katarina, you've seen fresh blood spilled before in the hospital and in the course of your thing. This shit is almost like if you poured soup fresh off a stove onto the ground. That's how much heat is coming off of this stuff. Wow. And the stink of it, too. It smells like... There's the pitch stink of blacksmith's forge that comes off of this shit as it spreads out, not the coppery tang that you would expect from spilled blood. Thognoth, your foe has fallen still. Alwyn has gone off, and Astrid has been called to heal, although she's still growling at this. What are you doing?
Thognoth, kind of dramatically swipes his brow and he's grinning, looks satisfied at the whole scrap. And so everything's settled. The dust is settled.
Yeah, you get up and you're kind of looking around, and what you can hear, sort of the muttering, the pack of dwarves from from your rival clan, they're sort of muttering in Khazalid, that mutant. And you get a chance to look down. You can see like one of the arms has been clearly busted back farther than it can go from Alwyn's efforts. But both hands, one that was free still, has left 5 furrows in the ground where its, chisel-like claws have dug in there. And the stink of this, I assume you have come across human blood before. It does not stink like this. We can drop out of initiative now, actually, guys, because that he is not getting back up.
And Kevin, Sean's life complication is cropped up, so I'm going to have to. I apologize.
Oh, sure, no problem.
No.
Yeah. Sean's going to be a hireling for the rest of the day.
I am. I got some furniture moving that I've been called upon.
I'll post how much you get for XP afterwards.
Okay, I appreciate it. All right, with that, the dwarf wrinkles his nose at the stench, and then I guess storms out or whatever you think.
Oh no, whatever. He just fades. We don't never need to. Yeah, in our games we don't ever need to account for why characters are not there. It's just awesome. Cool.
Well, Katarina has some words for Frederick though, but if you.
Sure. Yeah. So what happens with Katarina?
So she's gonna get up and say, "We didn't want to kill him." She's gonna she will push or attempt to push Frederick.
Why don't you guys give us each a contested strength check?
Because he did bring a dagger to a...
advantage is all gone, too.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that on
Go, and I'll turn off the... fight.
So what difficult... How do I...
Challenging. Contested ones are always challenging.
Yeah, there we go. Gotcha.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
No, you're absolutely right, Carl. If it's important to know how well the winner of the opposed success level 1, use the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
right. So let's see here. 4 and 1. Yeah, so Frederick, this young woman has sent you kind of sprawling back a good 2 steps.
Whoa there, whoa there. What do you mean him? It. Look at it. It. I didn't kill him. It. Look.
It would have killed us if he
Look at them
hadn't.
claws. Look at them claws.
We had him in hand. You didn't need to pull out a weapon to kill.
Well, sooner or later,
Taking him to the doctor. The doctor's. She points towards the hospital. The doctor's treating these conditions.
You wouldn't have said that if it had raked across your face or stabbed you in and had your innards all dragged out across the bar. You wouldn't have been saying that then. I hit him with a chair and he never went down. You saw I hit him with that leg. That would have failed a normal being. That would have failed him. That's not right. That is an aberration. Whatever that is, that's no Norscan that I've ever seen.
And you look down, Katerina, and yeah, it's as he says, like this, there's something distinctly unnatural, whatever was going on with this. You don't need to have any kind of forbidden lore to know that this clearly, this man was a mutant, but you're all trying to think, like, he wasn't like that at first.
No.
What do you guys do?
Maybe it's sorcery. Look, maybe it's sorcery.
Or, I mean, Shali would maybe think demonic, but he's not a servant of the Fly Lord. But it wasn't. I mean, mutants are just are. This thing changed, corrupted,
and quickly too.
I'm gonna take.
Oh yeah, was it corrupt, Kevin? Do we need to make? We got that blood all over us.
Oh yeah, you can give us a. This will be an easy
endurance, I guess.
No, for you an easy medicine check.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
You could fortune point that if you like.
Nah, I mean...
No?
No.
Yeah, you're uncertain if anyone who got the blood, and it would be anyone who was grappling with him, would likely have that blood on him.
Oh, yeah, we're covered in it.
And, like, germ theory is not a thing in here, but I think blood in connection with corrupted blood definitely... Ooh. Why don't you each give us a challenging either endurance or cool test here? Your choice, dealer's choice here.
It's 45 endurance.
Nice.
Where is endurance, by the way?
Endurance is a basic skill.
Yeah,
it's in the top art. It's under art. I don't know. It's the
there
last
it is.
one.
Yeah. Cool is better for me slightly.
Okay.
He said challenging, normal.
Challenging, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, good. Barely, but
okay. So you guys have. I'll let you. Feel free to roleplay out whatever other steps you take, but mechanically, neither of you are affected by corruption.
She's to clean up. I mean,
if someone wants to put in the Discord as well, too, to remind Sean that getting furniture, moving furniture doesn't escape you from a corruption check.
Yeah.
So he'll have to do that. Mm-hmm. Although I think his endurance is pretty phenomenal.
Good.
Yeah, as a dwarf.
So I think Alwyn's intrigued what has made this guy go, mutant all of a sudden. So he's going to get his dagger and he's going to start picking through his clothing, and looking for any sort of weird magic item or something that might have mutated him.
As you're sort of poking at it, the waitress says, "Don't touch it! Don't touch it!"
I think it's too late for that now, as I look at all this blood all over me, but he's still using the dagger to try and reduce any more sort of.
Why don't you give us? I think there is an investigate skill, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, I haven't
Or am I
got it then.
forgetting? No, I'm
I think it's advanced.
Oh, okay.
There's intuition, and then there's
yeah. Intuition is
perception.
more reading.
Yeah, reading.
You know, so what I'll say is just I would have made that an average.
Intelligence or
Yeah, but let's see here.
senior.
Okay, skills. Here we go. No, there's not investing. I'm thinking of a different game. Madison calling for skills that don't exist. Jeez. I was reading Investigator last night.
What's it come under?
Genuinely fell asleep reading Warhammer last night. Here we go. Investigator, whose skill is perception. So why don't you give us a perception check?
Okay.
And we'll make it average. Please. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. So as you are looking through this stuff with Katarina and Frederick looking down, what you can see, there's very little as far as money is concerned. This guy may have been able to pay for one more drink here if he was lucky. But
I think Owen will probably use that to buy a drink for himself, calm his nerves.
yeah, a second, I'm just trying to find. Here we go. Okay, so what you find in his pocket is, first you think it is a coin. But what you can see is, and the symbol on it is a very crude kind of what do you call it? Is it Labus? Is the two-headed axe? Lapis?
Sure.
I can't remember what it's called, but the double-bladed axe on it. It's a very, very thin iron coin. While if you are overlooking this, Katarina, do you have a religion lore or a lore religion? What is your? I think as a priest, you probably have some kind of lore. Right, Glenn?
I've got
Theology.
Nordland. I've got Nordland lore, if that helps.
Yeah. So you can give us a Nordland lore at I think it'd be challenging. Katarina, you can give us a average theology roll if you'd like.
Okay.
Alwyn, I take it you have neither of those lores.
No.
Okay.
I go
Nice.
under the law.
We got a theology.
So,
One
yeah.
success on the theology.
One of the things that you have picked up since coming here, Katarina, is that there are curious. Every place has its own kind of like local myths, local gods, things like that. The equivalent of kind of what would be like spirits or saints. This is the marking of a local god called Sooth, a minor god of strength and battle, a legacy, it's said, of the Norscan history of Salzenmund. And with a roll with 1 degree of success, I think you're aware of what Sooth is, and you know that it is like there's no, as far as you know, no formal church to this thing, and it would be this. The iron is so thinly hammered in this that it would almost it would not take much to break this thing if you chose to. It's also, there's a reddish quality to it that at first looks as if it may have been paint, but it's that it's so badly rusted. Which is also speaks to, for one, the salt water that would be. I actually don't know if it's freshwater. Probably freshwater lake, not saltwater. But in any event, exposure to the water would be, rustiness thing, or perhaps just a very, very old kind of talisman. Mm-hmm. But it's, I mean, I think you can. It's the kind of thing that might be given out as like a charm or an amulet for Sooth, and Sooth is Suth, and I'll put it in chat.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let these guys know that's what that is.
Yeah.
It's not prescribed, right? His worship is not prescribed or anything, right? It's not.
No, it's Sooth is not a chaos god, but it's just right. It's such a minor. Like you would have to have an interest in like some of the deep beliefs of it because of your dealings with some of the lower class or whatnot. You may have had someone mention it. And then when you ask some of the upper, the more senior members of your church. So what do you make of this, guys?
We probably should wait for the authorities to get here. And maybe if we could send a runner to the doctor to let him know this is like another case of the was it Red Rage or whatever it's called? They're calling it.
Yeah. Well, I think what one thing you definitely would know, Katerina, is that Sister Agatha, I think, would certainly have interest. Any kind of corruption to the flesh by way of mutation is certainly something that she would be interested in hearing about. And mutation, while there are rumors of mutants kind of gathering in the hills outside of Salzanmund, this is very, very unusual. This is not, and more to the point, someone mutating in the course of a confrontation, that is very, very, very unusual. Mutations are things that are insidious and will come over time, and the mutants will often hide them to be able to pass. Him in the midst of a fury, that definitely is actually. Katerina, you could give us another average theology check if you'd like.
Okay.
See how much you know about the ruinous powers. Yeah, no. Okay. Then there are now 2 dead Norskins, one of which has gone through a bit of a transformation. The Church of Sarah, so as far as the authorities are concerned, there is a watch in town, but they're unlike you guys are probably going to have more more call over what happens to the bodies if you choose to get involved. The doctor may not be. He may be interested in seeing this body, in fact. Mm-hmm. But
Katerina, surely we need to get someone to have a look at this thing, don't we?
Well, that's what she suggested, doctor, because she saw that he was dealing with a patient who was crazed like this.
Was it turning into a thing?
I didn't stay long enough. They kind of shooed me out, but
You would know well enough, Katerina, like these symptoms, this is totally unlike anything you've seen. Those who suffer the red dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I've never, we probably have had people in the asylum, or she's helped to treat people in the asylum that have had these dreams before, but not. This has not happened.
Well, perhaps it's not. Perhaps it's something different. It looks really bad.
So maybe forego the doctor, and I'll just ask for Mother Agatha to come.
She would definitely send. You've heard rumors that they have investigators it may be something that given your more, kind of martial bent, it may have been one of the reasons why you get along with Sister Agatha or Mother Agatha?
I thought it was mother, but maybe sister.
Let's see. Mother would make sense if she's the head, the church. I guess I'm misremembering here. Mother Agatha von Durek. So she, that bringing that, and actually you had a meeting with Mother Agatha later today, right?
Yeah.
So that, that's definitely something you could bring to her. And Frederick, you still have this issue with Conrad's corpse. So, why don't we do this, guys? We're already at our mid-session break, or just a little past. Why don't we take our mid-session break now, refresh beverages, and take a break, and then we will come back and see what happens next. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. So I stand corrected too. There is no watch in Salzenmund.
Oh, wow.
No dedicated watch in Salzenmund, which visitors find disconcerting. Instead, laws upheld within the walls by the city guard who patrol in pairs looking like what they are, professional soldiers. They have little interest in investigation, preferring to halt crimes in progress rather than deal with them afterwards. Inevitably, private citizens turn to others to uncover crimes already committed and bring them to the attention of the authorities. So there's a thriving business for private investigators. When someone's accused of a crime, they're taken to the courthouse, imprisoned, and eventually tried. The law speaker recounts the relevant laws, and the accused tells their story. The accuser theirs, and the law speaker delivers a verdict on the advice of a jury of 8 townsfolk. The accused can also choose trial by combat to determine their guilt or innocence, because the Norse log, a code brought to the city by the Norse rulers, is still in effect here. However, in this case, what Frederick, as the resident local, would be able to tell you is that if he is clearly a mutant, nobody is going to give a shit. If he had family, they may challenge you. There may be the Norskins do have a concept of the blood debt or a family kind of feud, but unless this guy's got survivors, no one's going to give a shit about you guys killing a mutant. Not in Salzenmund, at least.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying, Darren, is that there is no watch in Salzenmund.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Outlaws are not too keen on watches.
Yeah. So, Colin, what I told the guys, I misspoke. Salzenmund does not have a watch.
Oh, right.
They have guards who will, from the walls, who will walk around in pairs, and if they see a crime in progress, they may do something. But it's private investigators who are hired to investigate this, other crimes. Unless this guy has family to challenge you, because the Norse tradition of Norse, or the Norscan tradition of Norse log, the Norse law, does apply. So, trial by combat is still a thing. But no one's going to give a shit if there is a dead mutant.
So nobody's going to be coming looking for reparations on this one,
unless he has family.
Yeah.
So this is the dead mutant is there, and that eye that you popped out of his head to Katarina still is discolored the way it was when he first started raging. There is also, if you take a look over, his companion has also passed on, bled to death. His blood is not boiling the way that this one's is, though.
The strange coloured eye, was it red or?
It was black with almost the entire thing. Imagine if somehow your entire eyeball scabbed up. That with a yellow iris and a black pupil.
Black pupil, yellow iris. Okay.
So.
Well, Katerina, in order to make amends somewhat, being as I've upset you clearly, would you like me to go and see if I can get you the good mother to perhaps send someone? I can carry word that there's been trouble.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. And it's probably a good idea.
Then I shall straight away. If you folks want to keep an eye on things here, I'll go and make myself useful elsewhere. And with that, Frederick scurries off.
Oh, where is he heading?
He's going to see the mother of the order that was it Agatha or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would also know that it's unlikely she may come down and see you, but rando from the street wandering up and asking to see the head of the order.
No, I don't want to see her. I'm just taking word that Katerina.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you scarper and head off in the direction of the Temple of Shalia. As a reminder, we are. This here, no snapping. You guys are. Oh, that's neat. They also show you whatever your settings are for diagonals. When you trigger the measuring tool, it shows which one you've got active right now. That's cool. That may have been here since they changed the interface, but I don't remember seeing that before. So you guys are around here. This is where the Shipwright Arms is, and the Temple of Shalia is right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, with... I can take his body off of there. With Frederick racing off to collect Mother Agatha, what are Katerina and Alwyn doing?
I don't know. We got to talk to the proprietor and say, okay, have accidents like this happen. I mean, not the weirdness, but like when you have a brawl here and there's a fatality, what do you usually do?
They would call the notify the servants of Moore.
Okay.
So
So maybe one of their people can go and notify. I want to wait here just in case anyone in authority shows up. Like if those guards a couple of guards happen to walk by,
Yeah. The garden,
or we just keep it hush hush. That's what the proprietor wishes. But that's the way things are run.
Yeah.
I guess she's acting like this. If this happened in Uberstrike, there'd be like City Watch and Army, Imperial Army, and everyone wanting to.
It's the equivalent of showing up in a small town and demanding service you'd get in New York City. It's like, oh, you just no. Yeah, this is Salzenmund. They get the bouncer to drag the bodies to kind of out into the back alley where they can be collected, and then sets to slopping up the mess left behind on them. But I imagine that Alwyn, having been so close in and smelled the stink of its blood and its sweat, and
we definitely want to wash up.
Yeah. Well, and you can still see the Astrid is still kind of sniffing at and growling at the stain left on the wood after it was cleaned up, and there's the marks from where its claws dug into the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be holding Astrid back and saying, Katerina, don't you think we should leave this place now? It's got a horrible smell.
Well, we should wait for some sort of authority to come.
I don't worry about that.
They put down. There's a bucket of sawdust they have with them that throw down on the ground. And if you have a feeling this is not the first time they've had to clean up bloodstains in this tavern.
Oh yeah,
it's got blood bucket written on it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, get the bucket. Come on.
Yeah.
Sawdust goes down.
I guess we kind of the dwarves are just kind of sitting around watching. They're just like,
oh, they just come back to the conversation. Yeah. So the dwarves have gone back to whatever they're doing. The couple other it doesn't seem as if what is John's character's name? Talther. Talther's charge, Brother Ervig, does not seem to have stirred from where he is sitting and slowly nursing his drink, muttering to himself. Frederick, you arrive at the Temple of Shalia, and how do you wish to, do you sort of tidy yourself up as you're heading in, or?
Oh, yeah.
I guess if you're covered in blood, you're probably more likely to be seen.
Yeah, quite possibly, eh? Let me find something here. Do I have...
He might be in too much of a hurry. I think he might be in too much of a hurry, actually. I think he's got a sense of urgency. So he's and what with all that has happened, I think he's a little bit shaken. So he's not got his composure.
Okay.
Really, he's a little bit shaken.
Yeah,
he's trying to figure it out. He's thinking, have I ever seen anything like this? Have I ever heard of anything? I don't remember this in any stories, And he's sort of intrigued but horrified at the same time, and it's sort of playing on his mind.
Sure. All right. So it's our first time to the Temple of Shalia, I believe. So let's talk about that. The Temple of Shalia is a modest building on the banks of the Steinfluss stream. It is built from pale limestone around a covered courtyard with a large arched entrance from the street. On the left of the courtyard is a small infirmary. The priestesses and attendants' cell are on the right. In the center of this entrance arch is a bare plinth missing a statue. where there was once a memorial. You would know this, to someone named Dr. Festus. The Salzmann Temple owes fealty to the temple in Altdorf rather than Middenheim. Next door is a separate orphanage and laundry staffed by children. So you probably, as you're walking past, or maybe one or two kind of troublemaker kids outside who are like asking money from you. Hey, give me money. You got coins? Give me a copper.
I got time. Listen, lads, look, just another time, all right? Another time. Not now.
You look like you pulled blood on you.
Look,
Did you just kill someone, sir?
Go on, get out of it. Go on your way. I'll see you another time. You shouldn't be hanging around here anyway. Go on, get out of it. Skedaddle.
Scoot the orphans out of the way, and why don't you give us just to give a sense of how what impression you make here? Why don't you give us a? We're not bribing them. Charm. Why don't you give us a charm check, please? At average, plus 20. Would you like to fortune point that?
Yeah, I'll re-roll that.
Okay.
He wants to make a good impression on them.
I want to make a good impression, you know. I've come here. Can't let Katerina down. I said I'd do this. I've got to convince them. They need to come and see this now. This is nasty. Oh God damn!
I mean, the combination of all this stuff. Seeing the kids may have got you thinking about Conrad again too. So you're just like, your to-do list today is like nothing but bullshit. So
I'm off my game. I'm off my game.
So you come in and you're maybe a little more brusque with the initial priestesses. Then what is it you think you say?
Come on! We need help! Come on! He's just going to assume they know what he's on about. We need help! There's blood and claws. There's a monster. Possessed.
And
he's dead.
You can see one of there's two priestesses who look at one another and make their way over, and they're saying like, sir, it's quite okay. You're safe now.
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not in trouble. What you got to understand is
no one says you're in trouble, sir.
I'm fine. Listen. Don't mistake. Listen. I'm not saying I'm having a good day, but you need to come down. You need to come and see this. Katerina. That's it. Katerina said. Mother Agatha. That's it. Mother Agatha. She needs to see this. This thing. With claws. His eyes are popping. His eyes come out. It's popping out and everything.
The two of them have like halfway shuffled you into the infirmary. But by the time you mentioned Katerina's name and Mother Agatha, and they both. What do you mean of Sister Katerina?
So, right. Here's this thing with claws, with his eyes popping out. It's a bloke. 1 minute it's a bloke, next minute, and Sister Katerina, she's got it, and then one thing led to another. Anyway, got it on the floor. We think it's dead. It looks dead. It's this horrible blood, steam coming off it, all over the place, and Sister Katerina says, go fetch Mother Agatha. You got to get her. She needs to see this because this ain't right. This ain't human. This is like the worst of mutants doubled up three times more.
There's a short and kind of stout Shalian priest who's in the infirmary, hands kind of covered in a little bit of blood. She's taking gloves off, and she has the steady look that you've seen among like soldiers. And she says, Sister Nastasia, inform Mother Agatha. We will be requiring her attention. And this woman steps forward, and she takes your hand, Frederick, and brings you... just getting a name for her. I am Sister Sigismunda. Where did you leave
Thank you, Sister.
Sister Katerina?
you know, down at the pub, the what's it?
Shipwright
I've forgotten
Arms.
in all the panic. I've forgotten the name of the place.
So she says the Shipwright Arms, and what is it that you saw there? What had claws and unnatural eyes?
Oh, right. Let me gather myself. So first of all,
Sister,
there was this
Walter.
there was this big fella, big Norscan, sat there, right angry like, and he was having a to do with his buddy, and then he hopped up and starts. Now I must say things get a little bit nasty now. So, but I'm sure. Anyway, you would have seen things like this. He starts banging his head. Ooh, we thought it was his companion. He starts banging his head and he's out to kill him. So we jump up. Sister Katerina goes over on my other companion. They try to restrain this guy, and he's got this inhuman strength, and he leaps up and he's like a giant bear. And I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know what to do, so I just picked up a chair, I cracked it over him, and I struck him a blow. For sure would have knocked a man down. It was one of the most best chair blows I've ever done in my life. You know, I was up against the ropes, and my friends were getting got out, and I thought, right, let's take him down. And the chair just smashed over him like it was nothing. And this big dwarf guy, this new fella, my buddy, he's got hold of him, and he's as strong as an ox, and he's barely, and they got his arm, and they pull it, and then at the end of his fingers come these like knives, these claws, these blades, and his eyes are red and they're popping out, and he's took wounds, he's bleeding, but he's unstoppable. Anyway, cut a long story short, eventually we get him to the ground, and all his blood is steaming and spilling out across the floor. It's horrific.
Yeah,
it's
you're sick in the yard. By this point, someone has brought back probably not water, probably wine of some kind, and you're able to wash out of your mouth. And
I'm sorry about that, sister. I can't.
Would you give us an average perception check, Frederick?
Okay.
Critical fail. Yeah, so you're completely oblivious to this, and almost, like as if she was just suddenly appearing. Mother Agatha is standing behind you. And she says, Shalia's grace be upon you, my son.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you.
Do you know where Sister Katerina is?
I'll take you there.
She turns and she says, I have duties that will call me elsewhere, but Sister Sigismunda... yes, Mother. Take 4 orderlies with you. See if Sister Katerina requires assistance. And she, Mother Agatha steps forward and puts her hand on your shoulder. Are you well now, my son?
Well, I feel a lot better now knowing that you're going to look into this for us, and Katerina will be most grateful, I'm sure. I'll be fine. I feel like that little drink. I feel a little bit better. But
she's looking at you like, are you one of the Schusters?
Yeah, I am. I am, as it goes. Yeah, I'm the middle boy. Yeah, do you know me, Dad, the cobbler? Yeah.
Your mother is known to me, yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I'm a local lad, and I'll try and drop in here when I can, and you know, I keep my nose clean. I don't get in any trouble or anything.
She turns to. It seems like this is something she's used to with maybe either you or the Schusters. Have immediately lied. She turns to Sister Sigismunda as if to say, like, when you are ready, and she leaves and kind of barks commands like a drill sergeant to some people inside. And there is within a span of about 5 minutes, there's a cart that's rolled out being dragged by 2 orderlies. There are 2 others that are accompanying Sister Sigismunda, and she is coming with you as well. And you can tell, no, you critically fail, so you have no idea. Mother Agatha then steps aside, talks to Sister Sigismunda, and then leaves you. Takes it back and says, please send my wishes to your mother and your family. And
I will, Mother. Yeah. Blessings of Charlie on you, and have a lovely day.
Okay. So they are all brought back. They are not chatty with you. You're probably chatty with them, Frederick, but there's not a lot of bandying back of pleasantries as you guys are making your way down there. Sister Sigismunda definitely seems as if she has a task at hand, and it's not the kind of... This is not the expression of someone who has like a thankless task before them. Someone who seems to have their mind on some more important task ahead. While this probably takes at least half an hour, 45 minutes to all transpire. Katarina and Alwyn, once it's cleaned out in there, what do you guys do? Are you just waiting, or?
Yeah, well, Katarina's trying to clean up herself. I mean, she needs a change of clothes, but she probably has to wait for that.
Otherwise, just bring a bucket so you can try and start cleaning yourself up a bit.
Yeah. But like that, that blood won't get out from under the nail, how...
Yeah. And the way that kind of a scent can get kind of stuck in your nose, too.
Yeah,
like,
that stench.
That stink of burning pitch. You can't seem to get that out of your nostrils. What about you, Alwyn?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have tried to get Katarina to leave, but I think she's pretty stubborn with regards to that. So I'm gonna at least try and sit as far away as possible from the site of what happened, and just still trying to calm down Estrid. He's probably still sniffing at the air and sort of intrigued. Mm-hmm. So trying to find something to keep him occupied, a bit of food or something.
By the time that Friedrich arrives back at the Shipwright Arms, you would not think that anything happened here, apart from the pile of sawdust on the ground. That has been cleaned up, and the stain left by where the angry or the furious Norseman fell. There's really no sign of that, and as the morning is going on, the business is picking up a bit. So you arrive back, Frederick, with this, and Sister Sigismunda is here as well. And Katarina, you would know Sister Sigismunda is one of the more senior sisters of Shalia.
Yeah.
So when she comes in, she walks over to you and kind of does an up and down, and she says, Sister Katarina, we will... When you return to the temple, see that your robes are replaced.
Yes. I tried to save them, but they would just not be saved.
She nods. Then, and she sort of pulls you to a side to a relatively quiet place, and she says, "Tell me what transpired."
So, I mean, Katarina gives the account, from the guy's head getting bashed in and her trying to fix his face and it didn't work. Seeing her companions, in trouble, she went and she kind of tried to help subdue the man, but his eye popped out and he bled out. He bled to death.
You laid hands on him.
I was trying to subdue him. He was in a crazed state.
She nods. She takes your hands and kind of turns them over, palms up, palms down. She takes a very close look at your fingers, rolls your sleeves up to take a look at your arms, brings you in, looks at your eyes, looks around at your throat. Did anyone else touch it?
She said, she looks,
check me. I'll come forward.
She points to Alwyn in the corner. Yeah.
He looks over. And
a dwarf friend of Frederick's.
So all three.
Frederick
of you guys...
probably might have blood on him too. He was not holding the man down, but helping to subdue.
So she will conduct examinations of each of you as well. Whatever her findings are, she does not share, but she seems satisfied. And does not suggest any further treatment or, react in any way to you.
Oh, yeah. She said the curious. I guess Katerina would say. I mean, I think the proprietor took them to the back, but the man did not appear to be a mutant beforehand, but changed, much as if something were trying to escape him.
Take me.
And so she'll take him back, or she'll ask the proprietor, and then.
She looks at or examines the body of the, what do you call it, of the mutant. And you can see that she has brought with her, before doing so, she returns to the cart and brings back a big duffel bag, opens it up, and she brings out big, heavy leather gloves, the kind of things that like blacksmiths would use to operate tongs. And she brings over and inspects the body.
Yeah, she explains the stench too. Whatever.
She nods as if that means something to her. I see.
Curiously, those dwarves in the corner just watched. I do not understand. I thought dwarves hated corruption and mutations, but
dwarves, in my experience, enjoy nothing more than talking. In some cases.
Well, our dwarf companion, I am concerned for him because he fled. Perhaps the stench bothered him. We will try to track him down, but he was not a man of just talking. He helped tremendously. Pin the Norskin down. He had unnatural strength. I guess maybe if I didn't leave.
Yeah, and
unnatural strength.
She's looking at the body, and she's kind of poking at the, maybe it brings up the hand so you can see the hands lying there, and yeah, it doesn't even look real at this. It looks like some kind of grotesque sculpture, but yeah, it's as you described. It's as if talons are pushing their way through from within the hand.
Yeah, I can think Katerina's probably maybe feeling a little guilty now. She goes, because I do not know how to reduce my strength. I squeezed his neck so hard his eye popped out.
She looks up at you and she says, "You did nothing wrong, sister."
I would have tried to save him, but he just was bleeding from everywhere.
What you did, whatever you did, to usher this thing on to its final dispatch was a mercy.
But since I failed, I've also failed. I did not save the other first victim.
You tried?
She says the priests of Manon are useless, by the way.
Just indeed.
She's projecting.
The brothers of Moor will see to this other. But this one, you were wise to send for, to bring this to Mother Agatha's attention.
Because I am also concerned. One of my companions mentioned that there could be retaliation from these Norskins. I don't know if they're kin. You know how Norskins can be. That blood price thing. He was yelling blood, blood, blood.
He was saying what?
He was saying blood, blood. Through his gritted teeth.
Give us a perception check at average, please, Katerina.
Okay.
So Sister Sigismunda is one of those, the stereotypical heart, like a Blues Brothers nun, if you will. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Like she's definitely seen and seen it all and kind of dealt with it all. Mm-hmm. But even then, at that mention, you can see that there is a bit of color that leaves her face. She nods.
What is it? What is it, sister? Did we do something wrong?
Oh no. But this is information that must be brought to Mother Agatha's attention. You did precisely as you should have, sister.
Yes, I sent the what's your last name, Frederick?
Schuster.
I sent the Schuster boy, so there would be no trouble. And
We will deal with this from here. And she comes on. Please, see, they will launder your robes, maybe beyond salvaging with this thing.
she goes, could we? Because I'm also concerned for my friend Alwyn. He sleeps in the streets. He and his dog need food. Could we bring him over and get a good meal at the temple?
She, if he assisted with this, it will be the least of the gratitude that is owed to him for this.
Okay.
He certainly
So I'll
can.
kind of try to gather them up,
Yeah.
And I do have to say to the dwarves, I go, see, our group, we're good in a scrap. She tries to be charming. You know, she'll smile. She's not trying to be accusatory, but she's like smiling, like,
Yeah.
look at us.
Sister Sigismunda says, we will deal with these here and see that the one is sent. And she goes down and then sort of like roots around in the dead man, not the mutant, but the dead man's pockets, and pulls out. And she's looking at another of these iron things, and she looks at it as if it means something to her.
That mutant, he had one of those as well, named Coins.
She looks over and she didn't realize that you guys had snuck out into the alley to view these things as well. She looks back at you, Sister Katerina. Is this Alwyn?
Yes.
Yes, sorry. I should have introduced myself.
Alwyn?
I try to convince him to hire himself up as a hunter for, to bring food to the temple, but he is stubborn.
Did you say the other?
If truth be told, I'm more concerned about his dog than him, but
Astrid's ears kind of go down. She walks over holding with those blacksmith's gloves on, holding this thing. You said that the mutant had one on him as well.
With the crossed axes, I think Katerina said it was Soof or markings of the Soof, was it?
She looks over at Katerina. You've learned much of Salzenmund since your arrival, sister.
Well, I just talk to everyone, and they talk to me. So, sometimes those Norskins that come in all down on their luck since they, the ship leaves without them, and then they have no food, and they come and, take, charity from our temple or at the asylum, well, they talk sometimes about Sooth or their god or...
And you have become an acquaintance of the Schuster boy.
Sure.
Their family, while not one of the great names in here, are well known across Salzenmund.
Well... Sure.
I know
she goes, yes. I mean, I guess she will refrain from saying, but this is like the boonies. So who cares about a merchant family? But she doesn't say that, but the back of her mind, she could hear her father talking. Who cares about some silver mining family?
Well, and that's not even Schuster. They're not even that. Schusters are
like cobblers, right? They're cobblers, right? Yeah. So who cares about a bunch of cobblers on the edge of nothing?
Yeah. What she says is, I know you are having a word with Mother Agatha later today.
Yes, I'm probably going to be late to my appointment.
Yeah, that's actually a surprise to you. Like, why the fuck does Sister... Like, you know that you've got that, but why Sister Sigismunda? Yeah. You don't...
Okay.
You're aware of her around the temple, but, like... She is of all the sisters to be gossiping about what's going on in the temple, she is probably the least likely to be doing that. So it is a little surprising that she knows that that's going on. She says, if it would be good to know who these men were and what this mutant was before his turn. You mentioned family. We'll be curious to know if they have any family.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect your friend, the Schuster boy, may have... He may know the circles in which they run. But...
Well, so I kind of... Let's go, boys. We gotta get some lunch.
So, it's around then that probably... what Sister Sigismunda will say is that she's going to deal with the two bodies right now.
Yeah.
She reminds you that this afternoon you have a meeting with Mother Agatha, but she is going to go about her business. So you three will have an opportunity Astrid, will have an opportunity to talk amongst yourselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suggest we go to the temple to get some food, and I need to clean up anyway. I have a meeting with Mother Agatha this afternoon. But you're welcome. I invite them to join,
Okay. You guys are probably back in the bar, and there's a free round of drinks that were offered by the bartenders for having dealt with this stuff. So you're washing the taste out of your mouth, Frederick, that the wine that the temple offered, so watered down. Oh.
It was a thought that counts, I guess.
Yeah. What say you guys?
I thank them. I kind of down it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
It's a good relief there. And I thank the proprietor. Sorry for the trouble.
So Katerina seems eager to get back to the temple. What about Frederick and Alwyn? What are you guys making of all this?
I don't know what to do, Katerina. I'm here, there, and everywhere now. This is a really bad day. I've got to say, this is a really bad day for the Schusters.
Because I know we still got to go see about the thing with your brother.
Well, yeah.
But I got to get...
Ideally,
I can't go around town covered in blood.
No, I know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Let's just go get a nice, quiet bite to eat.
I still ain't even had my breakfast, so I was just sat there I was about to have breakfast with my new buddy there. We was all sat down all nice like, and then, I don't know what to make of it. We'll go up the temple, get you cleaned up, maybe we'll get some breakfast there finally, and gather my thoughts.
Alwyn?
Yeah, well, let's get out of this place, certainly. I'm happy to go with Katerina. It looks like the sisters are going to deal with this situation. We can put this in our past. Let's move on.
Well, until they come
back. Put it in our past. God, some hope of that. I'll be having nightmares about this for months. I know I will.
Well, I'm sure the family's going to want to have words with you, Frederick, at some point.
No, I ain't worried about him. Don't worry about them. The Schusters can take care of any of these Nordlanders who come wandering, poking their noses in, wondering. Yeah, we'll ask them the questions of why they got kin coming in here and ripping the place crazy. We don't need any of that around here, I can tell you. And if they've got anything to say, they can come and see the Schusters. I've got no problem with that at all.
So what
it's the fangs and the eyes popping out I could do without.
Yeah. There is a district or a neighborhood called Wolfschmatze. It is located down around here. And Wolfschmatze, if a traveler comes to Salzenmund looking to have their prejudices about Nordlanders confirmed, they should venture into the muddy streets of Wolfschmatze. Amongst the confused muddle of wooden shacks and dilapidated hovels, there are countless examples of loud, strapping women and plain-speaking men with plaited beards. The people here are poor, boisterous, and proud, and there is an undeniable Norse influence. There are a few rough drinking halls among the low houses, but most of life seems to happen out in the streets. It's common to see people carousing, arguing, bathing, and doing business in the open, no matter the weather. The Wolfschmatze warden is selected by the person in the ward who can shout the loudest. Most Salzenmunders look down on Wolfsmatze, but in times of war they are glad to have the ferocious band of warriors who venture forth for the muster. The axemen of Wolfsmatze fight under a banner bearing a serpentine dragon biting its own tail. So you would know that there is a place called Red Helm Drinking Hall in there, which is the largest building in there. Open from midday until dawn. It is not for the faint of heart. The reason I mentioned this place, there's a temple to Ulrich there as well. There is a fresh pool there. The reason I mention it is because if you were to look for what neighborhood these two obviously Norse-descended fellows are likely from, you would guess it would be Wolfsmatze. And let me put it in chat. Wolfsmatze.
Yeah.
Matzo.
So, Frederick, having had your drink, seems like you're inclined to go to the temple as well. What about you, Alwyn? What are you thinking?
I mean, that Wolfsmatze place sounds quite intriguing to him, but he's happy to go along with the plan. He's also looking for a bit of charity and maybe a change of clothing from the temple, if that's something that it might be able to, and some food for him and Astrid. So, and he's happy to help Frederick if he's looking to this investigation of his younger brother. So he's happy to tag along with the others for now, as long as he's out of this shipwright arms.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Colin, I'm not sure if you intended to turn off it. I don't see your camera working in Roll20 anymore.
Oh, I can see it.
Can you see it? Yeah, it might be my temp.
Yeah, I've lost you, Kev.
Oh, here, let me hit refresh on
I
my end.
refresh. Yeah.
Oh. You was there and then
There we
there
go.
you are.
Gotcha.
I see. Okay, yeah, I see everyone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, me too.
Let me just double check something here. Okay. So then, what? Unless you guys have anything else, you'll be arriving likely around the time when the luncheon's being served.
Perfect.
And as Katerina and Alwyn, you are making your way towards the Temple of Shalia, what you can hear. It sounds like there are two children that are calling Frederick a killer from the orphanage going by. There he is! You're traveling with a killer! He's a murderer! Watch out! He's gonna kill and eat your dog! So you pass by. Assuming you.
I look at. What did you tell these kids, Frederick? These are poor, impressionable orphans. What did you tell them?
It's because I came up here in a mess. They're just. Yeah, I'll turn around. I'll say, hold on. I'll deal with this, Katerina. And
Because are you sure?
Stumbling over to him, and then I'll be like.
So why don't you give us an intimidate check, please?
All right. God, that'd be fun if they just laugh at me, wouldn't it?
It'll be average, so it'll be plus 20.
Right, intimidate. Oh dear.
Let's see how much lip. Okay.
No, I'm spending a fortune point on that.
I'm gonna traumatize those fucking kids. That's awesome. Yeah. So you well and truly, the kids scream and they go racing off from it. Astrid snorts with the kids being gone. And you guys are brought into the temple. I think outside of the temple itself, there's probably like maybe a daily, a helping of like stew of some kind that's being served. So you are being served these things, and while Sister Sigismunda is not back yet because she's still dealing with some other things, Katerina, you're certainly able to go inside while Alvin and Frederick are getting a bite, and you can meet with, I think it's probably a little early for your meeting, but one of the sisters does see you and says, Mother Agatha will see you whenever you are ready.
Yeah, she's going to go get changed.
Okay. So you get yourself changed, and I think that what you find is that you're going to have to really find a tailor to, because these probably are a little small for your frame, but not like comically so small. You're not like, you know, fat guy in a little coat kind of situation. And then you are, you know where to find Mother Agatha, and I think when you walk. When you reach that part of the temple, you'll find that effectively her secretary is waiting there and says, Sister Katerina, if you could just have a seat.
Yes.
She will be free in a moment. So there is, you're waiting for maybe like 7 to 10 minutes. So it's like long enough for it to feel like you're not just waiting a very short time, but not like you're waiting for, a half hour or something like that. The door opens and there are 3 sisters of Shalia who come out, and you actually don't recognize any one of them, which is unusual because you've got a pretty good eye for who's who. And once the door is open, you can hear from within, Katerina, please come in. And it's Mother Agatha's voice.
Yeah, so I go in.
And you close the door behind you. And she says, please, have a seat, sister. I hear that you have had a very eventful morning. And she looks you up and down. We will have Sister Justina attend to your robes. Those are not quite sitting right on you.
Yes, Nordlanders tend to be smaller.
Understood. We will see to that for you in due time, but I think ill-fitting robes are the least of your concerns for today, I hear. It's very wise of you to bring this to my attention. We do appreciate that.
So, did you change the music or something? There's like a...
Oh, there's a sound in the back. Yeah, I think when you refresh there. Are you muted in Roll20, Colin?
No, everyone's muted. I'm muted.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you just got to mute yourself in Roll20.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Yeah, we're muted.
That's weird. I was hearing it. Well, whatever the case. It's gone now. Yeah. I don't hear it any longer. So what she says is, then there is a task that the church will need completed, and it is something in conjunction with other. It is a matter of political importance. Oh. And while we like to think of ourselves above such things, these are interesting times in Nordland. You are familiar, I take it, with the recent history in Salzenmund and Nordland in general.
Yes.
With such large shifts in political fortunes, there are always, like large ships passing, waves that come in the wake. And there, with the change in fortunes, the Grand Duke looks to see trouble at home minimized. Are you familiar with the Kreutzfelds and the Durenbachs? And you can give us a lore. You don't have a lore Nordland, right? You got a lore
Reichland. Yeah,
Reichland
and Empire.
Oh, give us a lore Empire at, I think challenging, because this is a more of a regional specific thing.
Okay. Nope.
No, it's pretty.
By one.
Man, that's so close. Yeah. The names seem familiar to you, but you can't place them.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you say?
I tell her, I said, those names sound familiar to me, but I cannot quite place them. I'm sorry. I probably need to study more about the history of Nordland.
She shakes her head. She says, "There's little reason for you to have known of such things. When they are noble families, influential in what is now the Grand Barony. When one is an influential house in a client state or a client province, then you are of importance, but of a regional nature. Mm-hmm. To be an influential family in a grand barony is a whole other matter. They are two families along the road that leads to Middenheim, and to Middenland, and eventually to Middenheim. And for generations, they have been bitter rivals. With the ascension of the Grand Baron, they now find that the consequence of their squabbling is more consequential. If they bring other houses to their quarrel, it could very well encourage civil strife in the Grand Barony, which would perhaps prove Middenland's argument that Nordland cannot rule itself true. And the Baron may find himself stripped of his elector status. And as such, finding a way to bring a end to the feud between the Kreutzfelds and Dorenbachs would benefit all in Nordland.
So how do I'm no noble. Not even in my past life was I a noble. I'm no diplomat.
No, but for one, you are not a Nordlander. And so there will be less expectation that you will have partisanship coming with you. And you are a sister. And one of the daughters of the Durenbachs, Dorothy, was formerly a member of our church. Dorothy married and her husband passed. Dorothy has not rejoined the church. She has put her family first. It seems that the Kreutzfelds and Dorenbachs are prepared to put their strife behind them for the benefit of both houses and for Nordland in general. Two of them are to be married. And we would see this resolved. Well, we would see that is but a rumor, but we would see the discussions between the two resolved. The Baron has requested that the Church of Sigmar send a senior priest to be involved with the negotiations. But I have my concerns over the priest that has been selected. We have been invited to send someone, as has the Church of Manan. The Church of Ulrich has elected to stay out of this. I take it that their love of strife may be something they would find difficult to set aside. Mm-hmm. I understand that you have come to know one of the acolytes of Manan as well.
Yes, he's a up-and-coming acolyte in their church.
I would ask that you not pass this along, but it seems that he is not thought of well by his fellows. And so a task to go inland and serve as a second to the or an accessory to a priest of Sigmar, this is a task that they would find suitable for him. What I think is that as one of the daughters of Durenbach is formerly a sister of Shalia, and that you have proven yourself a capable woman, that you and this priest of Manan, mm-hmm. that you may prove yourselves an offset to whatever deficiency there is in the representatives selected by the Church of Sigmar. Make no mistake, he is a very important man. But I think one whose mind is more, from what I hear, on the temporal than the godly. This, of course, I share with you in confidence.
So am I? Who else is going from our temple then?
Only you. You will be the representative of Shalia. I will provide a letter of introduction. I have not met Dorothy Durenbach before, but those sisters who are in the church who preceded my arrival speak highly of her. I will provide an introduction to her, but you are to try and assist in whatever way you can to find peace among these families. This priest of Sigmar may have that in mind, but in the event that he fails in his task, I would hope that you would go with him. Mm-hmm. They are staying at a hamlet on the way to the lands between the two. I would ask that you and your companion, the devotee of Manan, and whomever else you may wish to bring with you for safety. I understand that you have proposed for hunting.
He could use a job.
If he knows the roads and the wilds, he could prove an effective assistance to you.
You'll probably want to get paid.
We can arrange for that. If you feel there are others who would make for effective companions in this task or on the road, we can pay a stipend for your security as well. And the Temple of Manan will contribute same.
Huh. If you think we will get some heat for this incident at the at the tavern?
No. Though I tell you, the tasks of the church, the tasks that Shalia directs us to perform here, it is more than simply the health of the individual. It is the health of the land and the people in it as well. That does require at times that we investigate. Some sicknesses must be discovered, uncovered, and eliminated before they can afflict the land and the people. Do you take my meaning, sister?
Yes, mother.
We will be mindful of this development. You were right to bring this to my attention. There is something ill afoot in Salzenmund, but unless there is a rash of such things occurring, I believe this task to bring a peace between the Kreutzfelds and the Durenbachs, while the church plays no favorites among them, the type of strife that can occur between these noble families can lead to dark inclinations. Peace will always be favorable here.
She says, I do not know if this is related, but I did see, and she explains like what she saw at the asylum.
Typical affliction.
You do not think it is this rage dream, red dreams are related to this mutant or thing that we had to fight?
She says, the rage is a common factor. I do not dispute that. And I will consult with the doctor as well. But I've never heard of the red dreams leading to a physical transformation, as you described. I tell you this in confidence as well, sister. I'm assuming that you would have described her everything you told to Sister Sigismunda.
Mm-hmm. If she asks, yeah.
Yeah. What you heard, this the Norsken say, it was blood. It called out for it.
Yes. Yes.
There is one among the Ruinous Four whose power drives them, the devotees, to cry out for it. Blood and skulls. What you described, it goes some way to confirming a suspicion we've had regarding the red dreams. They are not of any goodly power. They are an affliction, a long legacy of the reach of the ruinous powers. I will not sully these halls by speaking their names, but there is one that calls out for blood. That matter, if we are successful, or whatever the outcome is among the Kreutzfelds and Durenbachs, that may be another task I put to you, sister. Then, the meeting with the priest of Sigmar. I expect that your colleague, the priest of Manan, will not turn down his task. From what I understand, it will be welcomed as a relief from his current duties.
Mm-hmm.
But you, sister, do you accept this charge?
I do. I hope that my companions will want to join me. They have other troubles, but perhaps we can take care of them. When were we supposed to leave?
2 days. In 2 days, you should leave in order to meet with the priest of Sigmar, and then travel on in to the land of the Durenbachs and Kreutzfelds.
Mm-hmm.
And I will see to it that you have properly tailored robes left in your cell.
Thank you, Mother.
The blessings of Shalia upon you.
Blessings of Shalia upon you. Right. I probably want to get out of there quick because I haven't eaten, and I don't want my stomach to growl in front of the Mother. But I will come out and try to find my Frederick and Alwyn and say, I got you a job. Looking at Alwyn.
Yeah, Alwyn's like picking a piece of meat out of the stew and feeding it to how do I forget your dog's name already?
Astrid.
Astrid, yeah, because not in front of me. This is why.
Right, so I explain to them what's going on, and I say, Frederick, I'd love for you to come, but I know, I don't know, I cannot. It'd be a fun adventure. Get out of the city, see the country.
Oh yeah. I want to know what's going on. I need to find out what's going on, and this could be the big story as well. This could be the big story.
Well,
can you imagine?
I've got to sort out with the boy. I'll sort out the boy, my brother, and then I'm good to go.
And I do whisper that down in a hushed tone, that the Mother Agatha and her wisdom suspects that these dreams and this affliction that we saw is caused by one of the ruinous powers. But of course, I will not sully the halls of the Temple of Shalia by uttering its name.
Boy, you can almost see it coming together.
I've heard of such things.
Frederick, 2 households, both alike in dignity, in fair Nordland. It almost writes itself.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I know if we could find Thogrod.
Thognoth.
Yeah, Thognoth. If we could find Thognoth,
a dwarven caravan guard would certainly be a welcome addition.
Yeah, plus it might temper the Sigmarite priest that we have to befriend.
So you guys have, you will have a couple of days. I think what we'll do for fun too, we're almost at the end of the session, unfortunately, but between now, I think, why don't we do a little bit of downtime stuff. Will allow you to do one endeavor in the interim, because those are kind of neat rules. And let's see here. So you will have sufficient time for that, as well as whatever else you think you can accomplish in 2 days.
I don't know, Mick. I might have enough XP with that. Shalia might want to take on that. Learn some miracle, or do the miracle thing. Yeah.
You certainly would have time
I've had a run-in with the ruinous powers, so I think that might stir her on to go into some deep reflection, meditation, and
sure, yeah.
And for this mission, that could happen, especially on the road. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna be in. I don't know if I have to. I don't know if that's an endeavor or anything, but
for leveling, for spending.
She's not really
XP?
leveling. She's spending. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't think you have to do that, but to learn a talent, I don't know. That would be if there is an endeavor to learn a talent. That's what she's going to do.
Yeah, and that's only for training is for something outside of your skill. You got to pay some money for it, but you can earn, like, if you guys want to earn a couple of extra bucks, you can do that. There's some other neat ones for the different professions.
Let me look.
Yeah, so we got time. We'll let the other guys know as well what's going on for it. But I don't think you can also like consult an expert. So if there's information you want to get from gossip, don't think you need to spend.
None of us are elves, so that's good.
No, so you don't have to worry about that. But
yeah, I was thinking that maybe consult an expert might be a good one.
Sure.
I'm pretty good at the old gossip as well, so that's the sort of thing.
Excellent. Yeah. So then what we'll do is we got, it'll give us 2 weeks to consider what you guys wish to do, but that brings us to the end of session 2 of our Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition campaign, Salt, Silver, and Sin. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of our Warhammer Fantasy RPG campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have a channel dedicated to Warhammer games in general, fantasy, 40k, and Soulbound, depending on your grim and perilous, drink of choice. There's also a channel dedicated to a bunch of other things like finding a group or just general talking about games or virtual tabletops. There's a really great community that's built up over the years over there, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also regular postings of other people's podcasts, including Carl's GMologist podcast, and you can find links to listen to all of his episodes over there. There is also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of role-playing games, board games, and card games that are new, they also have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including Warhammer Fantasy of earlier editions. I filled my Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition collection thanks to them. They do not have in stock something you're looking for. You can often put it on a want list, and they will send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more, be sure to enter the code. Well, so we've got a discount code down below that is Summer Muser, all caps, all one word. I think that expired yesterday, and I need to get an updated code. But if you come back to one of our more recent videos, if you're listening to this later than September 16th, you will find a more recent discount code, and I'll have that updated and available to enter at checkout. And then you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really amazing organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts at present in Morocco. There is also, so all donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it comes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And it's a small way of saying thank you. If you've donated $10 or more since June 1st of 2023, head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musing Discord server, and you will be able to cast your vote for the next part of our year-long charity campaign. We've been playing a campaign called the Year of Ill Omens, and thus far we've had donors shape what era, what location, what game we're playing, and what characters we're playing for each of these. And it looks like we are going a Viking at the end of the month, because we have Vikings and GURPS taking the lead for the types of heroes, raiders, and GURPS as the game. There will be, still voting is open, so who knows how that will work out. One of the options is using a Viking hammer, a hack of this. But GURPS is in the lead right now, and then we'll have a final session, and you'll be able to vote on all parts of that. What era, what location, what characters, and what game we'll use to wrap up the year-long campaign. Of course, all donations still go through to the charity, so not only do you get a chance to help shape our year-long Year of Ill Omens campaign, you also get a chance to help out some kids who could really use some help. Last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart, grim and perilous heroes. So Carl, Colin, Darren, and Sean, I know you had to leave early. Thank you so much for playing today, guys. This session flew by.
Yeah, they do.
It's such a fun fucking game. So we will be back in the streets of Selzenmund in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are uncovering in the city of salt and silver. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.